And with
All
that
right.
being said, that was brilliantly stated, Aaron. That was brilliantly stated. For the folks at home, we usually get together, these crazy bunches of dudes and we shoot the shit for like a good 30, 40 minutes prior to the session, talking about our weeks. I usually do a prompt at the beginning of every session. I ask questions. This week's prompt was soup. What's your favorite soup? Lots of things that are not actually soup were shared with the group. But you know what? I respect. There it is, Atomic. I love you, man. There it is. There it is. But enough out of this old hound wolf. We're gonna go around the table. We're gonna have everyone introduce themselves, tell us who they're playing, and we're gonna dive right into what could be. Drum roll, please. The last encounter of the entire campaign. I'm
Could be.
scared. I'm nervous. Will everyone go insane? Will they be consumed by a literal blob of mouths? I don't know, but we'll find out here shortly. So we're going to go Blau, Zeb, Patrick, Atomic, Aaron. Take it away, gentlemen. Tell us a bit about who you're playing.
Hi there. I'm playing. I'm sorry about that. Hi there. I'm Joe. I'm playing Epius the Wizard, who may or may not be delivering my other food here in about 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Zeb. I'm playing Gris, the Ranger. I'm currently just working on eulogies for the party.
I'm Patrick, and I'm supposed to be the one coming up with eulogies for the party, but because I'm the cleric. But anyway,
You've got a Ghost Rider.
that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That'll work.
Ghost Rider. We're about to be Ghost. He's about to be a Ghost Rider here in a second.
That's funny on so many layers.
God damn it.
So many different levels. That's funny.
Oh, absolutely. It fucking stings.
Ooh.
I'm Atomic. I'm playing Caligadir. And I'm just wondering if I can jump into its mouth and make it explode by enlarge personing myself inside of it.
You know what? The only thing stopping you is you. There it is.
I'm gonna Ant-Man and Thanos asshole this thing.
All
There
right.
it is.
Calgadir first eulogy.
All right, and I'm Aaron. I'm playing Rikus Ball, the half-orc fighter who has seen some shit since he left the farm, and this one tops it all.
Wow. Wow. And of course, I am Wolf, the Game Master, and as always, super excited to be here. Apologize for the slight delay, but we're now here. We're back in action. So when we last left off, our intrepid adventurers, you had been hired by the mayor of Belhaim to clear out the late wizard's estate. Little did she know you'd already gone in and liberated some books, some materials of sorts, maybe even created a massive kobold flesh golem. I'm not saying you did. I'm also not saying that you didn't. But through your exploration of the estate, you had found the homunculi of the wizard. It had proved more annoying than actually dangerous in that moment, more annoying than actually dangerous. However, the bear that it summoned proved to be terrifying, absolutely terrifying, although it did electrocute you a few times as well with that wand of lightning bolt. Now, as you had delved into the basement, you had met a demon. You had agreed to free the demon. The demon left, but who knows, maybe it'll be back one day. You'd also found a smoky shadow lady, who apparently the sword that one Rikus had bought from a local blacksmith actually originally belonged to, but for freeing her, she granted that sword to Rikus and unlocked some additional powers from it. The ability for it to affect incorporeal creatures as though they were corporeal, the ghost touch ability, which is fantastic. But the last chamber of this dungeon that you find yourselves in, the last chamber, you had gone to a doorway that seemed, well, this long hallway was illuminated in bright light.
So screwed.
And at the end of that hallway, there was a massive door that it seemed to be made of a thick black material. It was like it was adamantine, but it had been chemically treated. Now, as you opened the sliding door, you begin to hear this cacophonous noise, like 1,000 voices speaking a myriad of languages, laughing and crying and screaming, screams of pain and passion, of love, of hate, of anger, of all different manner of feelings. And as you looked inside, you saw what could only be described as a horrid mass of eyes, mouths, and formless flesh. It stared in all directions, its countless maws yammering ceaselessly. Now, a couple of things are going to happen here, my friends. I need everyone in this moment as the door seems to crack, as though the very metal itself is being phased through or melted away. And you watch as this creature, which is about the size of an ogre, seems to lunge forward. It seems to move its way as though it is consuming both the walls of this chamber and the door itself. And I need everyone to give me will saves, please.
Oh, sweet.
Is that independent of the will save I made last session?
That is independent of the will save you made last session.
So everybody's burning a hero point here, right? Is that what we're doing?
I already burnt my hero point last session. I thought I did this, but the finale.
Let me see.
Is this for the insanity? Because that's what I saved against last session.
You saved against it last session, Epius, so you're good.
Yes. Okay.
Lucas.
Hero point.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So we
Yeah.
declare it beforehand, right? Or do we add it after?
You declare it beforehand if you want to use the +8, and you re-roll if you want to use the re-roll.
Lucas, you're good.
Let's see.
Gris, do you want to use a hero point?
Yes.
All right. Do you
Yeah,
want to
we'll see.
re-roll or just add a +4?
I'm gonna re-roll mine because it's dog shit.
Here's a question, Jim. Is this a
Better.
fear effect?
It is not.
Okay, cool. Well then, hero point. To add to it adds what, +8?
That's +8.
I'd use the 4 if I were you, Chris, because you
Yeah.
already rolled above average and only have a +1 on the save.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Uh-oh.
All right, so Rikus, is that a +8 to that? Is that a 20?
Yes.
All right. The DC on this check, after everyone has spent their hero points, the DC was a 16. So everyone passes. You're good.
Oh, thank
You are good. That's the first bad thing that could have happened, but we're good.
God.
So as this just unending and unceasing yammering, like whispers and shouts and screams, and occasionally you'll understand a word, but it makes no sense. It fills your mind. Your very flesh feels like it's being assaulted by this insanity, this insane gibbering. It is something that does not seem that it should exist. This is an abomination like no other. Now I need anyone that has knowledge dungeoneering to give me a quick knowledge check. Because you know this is a gibbering mouther. But what kind of gibbering mouther is it?
Okay, because I already only got just barely on the last one. So if this is for a different thing, I can
Yes,
give you
now
that.
that you've had a good chance. So
Eh.
you know it's a gibbering mouther. You know it's not a normal one. Something is different about this one. But I need everyone to, if you haven't already, roll initiative as we are about to drop directly into combat.
What?
Directly
Nah,
into
we're
combat.
not. This guy
Let's
doesn't want to
go.
fight. This guy wants to hang out.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so I had to re-roll to add it to my token this time, and I rolled the same number.
That's beautiful, though. That's serendipity.
Right. Okay.
Damn,
Also,
your dex bonus, Gris.
Also, Joe, real good placement for Epius before this encounter started. I liked how you didn't come down the hallway with us. You're just
No!
you're just
Smart
like-
man. Smart
like
man.
this. Yeah, he's real good.
Smart man.
Do you see these 26 hit points I have? You can count them.
You can
Yeah.
count them on almost two. If you use all of your fingers and toes, you can
I
count
mean,
them.
I've
That's
only,
6.
I've only got 49.
Jeez.
Oh, only double as many. Oh man.
Oh boy, this is about to be gruesome and terrible.
Can you remind me of how good your AC is there, Rikus? Because
20.
mine's a 10.
Okay, it's 20 for me. It's,
All right. So the creature appears to move with a sickening kind of quickness, like it is more swift than a mass of writhing mouths and teeth and eyes and faces and the lack thereof faces. And we watch as it begins to slide its way down the hallway,
Oh,
attempting to bite, tear, and chomp upon the two individuals in front of it. So Gris and Kelgadir, each of you are going to be getting 3 separate bites as it goes to bite you. 3
God.
separate bites. So these first 3 are for Gris. Gris, I apologize in advance. 1, that's a miss. 2, that's probably a hit, but I don't know.
Yep.
God.
3, 22.
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
so it misses with the first one. You manage to bring your bow up as this kind of tendril with 18 mouths on it just kind of oddly snaps towards you. You bat it away, but as you bat it away, you see 2 others come lashing towards you, grabbing onto your upper shoulder and the midsection. It chomps down very, very aggressively. So this is 2 separate bites. You take 8 and 7 points of damage. It also attempts to grapple you. What is your CMD?
Oh, fuck.
My CMD,
Mm-hmm.
20, I believe.
Okay. 17. So it may not grapple you, which will be good. That would be a good thing. Let me know what it is. Is it a 20?
My CMD is a 20 or 17 flat-footed.
Okay. Okay. Then you're good. You're not grappled. That's a good thing. However, Kelgadir, it is also going to attempt to do the exact same thing with you to you. 25.
God.
28.
Oh my
And a
God.
13. I believe the 13 is a miss.
Yeah,
Although you
13
are
is a miss.
considered flat-footed. Can you be caught flat-footed as a blood rage?
Yes, I don't think I have the thing that prevents that.
So does that hit you if you're flat-footed? That's my question.
It does not.
Good. It's good. So 1 hit, 2 hit. You take 17 points of damage as 2 mouths chomp onto you. Now, the important question, what is your CMD?
22.
13. It does not manage to grapple you, which is very, very good. Now, as it does all of this, you watch as a kind of large third mouth opens up in the middle of the mass of writhing bits and what have you. And this, what appears to be a stream of caustic spittle, comes spraying out of the gibbering mouther. And it's actually going to target the cleric. What is your touch AC, my friend, Lucas?
No, you can't.
But I do.
14 plus 2 because he's got cover.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So he's going to go ahead and shoot his caustic spittle at you. I need you to give me, as he shoots this caustic spittle, a prayer. It's a 10. The spittle goes wide and does not strike you, but as it hits the wall, you see that it bubbles and burns away some of the stonework. You can tell it's very, very acidic. But that is the Mouth of Madness's turn. Next up is Gris. You have a friend. You have several friends.
Oh God. I need to. Okay.
The phrase you're looking for is DS, the area.
Yeah. Let me think.
Withdraw as a full round,
Yeah. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
or you can eat the AOO and make an attack. Either one.
I don't know if I can survive another attack though if he gets me.
Yeah, no. You should
I'm-
fall back and then let
Yeah.
Rikus push in.
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage and yeah, I think I get you about there. And that's me.
By the way, Epius, even though you didn't make the check to truly know what this thing is, you do know that gibbering mouthers are oftentimes immune to critical hits. They are also immune to precision damage. And they oftentimes do have damage reduction that is only overcome by bludgeoning. Only overcome by bludgeoning.
We'll share that information.
Calculator turns the axe sideways. Smacks him with that.
You can do so. Just with a -4 to attack. Totally doable.
I think I'd still be better off just hitting him with the sharp end.
Swinging it with the sharp end. That's good.
Just a shovel noise.
Clang.
Oh boy.
My power
Oh
shovel.
boy. Here we go. Here we go. So
Get the
Gris
shovel out of your mind.
withdraws. As you withdraw Gris, now you are taking the full withdrawal action, correct? Good.
Yes.
As you withdraw Gris, you hear once again these voices. And what perhaps disturbs you more than anything is that with all of these kind of voices, these yeah, yes, all of this kind of chanting, this chattering that's coming from this mouther, there is a split second where you think you hear someone you recognize. Now, I want you as your character, Gris, to think back to who would be an important character, an important person in Gris's life. It could be a loved one, it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, but you hear that voice coming from inside the gibbering mouther. Is it them for real? Is it simply the mouther messing with your mind? You don't know. But we're going to go over to Calgadir. It is your turn.
Calculator is going to do something completely unexpected, and he's going to rage.
I love it.
I know. Surprise! Surprise!
What?
It's calm down. Relax. I know.
I don't believe
Unusual,
seen
an
that
unusual tactic.
I don't believe it.
Are we real? Wow.
Yes.
How we rehearsed this.
Unacceptable.
Going off the script.
Going off script.
Completely off script.
Probably should go in for the attack because this thing's got a pretty high attack bonus. I don't know if the shield would really help me out here.
Knew all these actual plays were fake.
Wow.
Yeah, let's just
Wow.
hit it.
I will say 20% is 20% in terms of missing.
Well, I mean, yes, I get the blur from raging. So
No,
do
no,
have
I
that.
mean shield plus 4 on a d20 is 20%.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying its attack bonus is high enough. I'm on this because I lose being raging. I lose 2 AC, so I'll only gain +2 from using the shield.
You do you.
So I'm probably just better off just trying to kill it as quickly as possible. So we'll do that and fail spectacularly. So
Oh, damn.
see if we confirm.
Oh,
fuck.
damn. That's not good. All right.
That's
So
not
good at all.
Calgadir swings down wildly into the gibbering mouther. As you do so, Calgadir, you feel your axe. You feel it strike the gibbering mouther. You push down into that sickening, spiraling, and ever-changing bundle of flesh and mouths and eyes and screaming. But as you slice through, you simply watch it just stitch itself back together as though the blade did nothing. We are also not using critical mistech here, so your downside of that, how to put this, of that attack, is that I need you to give me another will save.
Oh, fantastic. This is going to go well.
You're fine. You do not go insane. You are not driven insane by the gibbering and the fact that this thing just took your attack and nothing happened. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Epius calls out for Rikus to wait as he prepares a spell.
Rikus, Epius calls out to you.
Yep. Well, I will 5 foot in and ready
All right.
for
gonna
Epius to do
drop you
whatever it
down
is
to
that he's going to
5.5.
do.
And next up
Okay.
is Lucas.
Oh, gee, what to do?
Milani.
Melanie, save us! Oh boy. Ooh.
I'm going to, because the person he's hurt the most is way in the back. I'm gonna do this deflection aura. Everybody
Ooh.
gets a +2 deflection bonus to AC
That's good.
Nice.
for
Very good.
4 rounds.
It's very good.
So I'm gonna put a little thing on mine that says 4 rounds.
As you grab onto your holy symbol of Milani, you feel this sort of calming sensation wash over you. There is a kind of a tingling and a sparkling. The tingling upon your flesh, all of your skin starts to tingle, and then this kind of sparkling, as though the light that was illuminating this hallway is kind of returned, and each of you feel this kind of warmth, this kind of glow as Lucas finishes his prayer, activating his deflection ability.
So everybody gets +2.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That's
Appius, you're up
absolutely
next.
great.
Does the creature appear to have reach, or is it too amorphous to tell?
You have no idea.
All right, he's going to cast invisibility on himself and move up because he can't make it all the way to Rikus in one move at this point.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Rikus, it's now your turn. You delayed.
All right. Well, and I guess Rikus is just like, Ephius shouted, "Wait!" Rikus waits. They look back, and Ephius is gone.
I can't make it to
Bad,
That
bad
bastard.
bastard.
Son of a bitch.
That scrawny little mage.
Friggin' mages telling us what to do, or then it'll disappear.
If I make it out of this, he's gonna get a good cuff on the ear. And Rikus is just gonna swing his sword at this thing, and we'll see. I'm still of the opinion that we have fucked around, and we're about to find out. Here we go.
Ooh, solid blow. As you slash into this creature, you feel your sword connect with that amorphous
crit
flesh.
Crit confirm?
Unfortunately, it's immune to critical
crit.
hits. You feel like
yes.
you put all of your weight, all of your strength into it. You know, was this a kobold? Was it a goblin? Was it even an orc? A mighty orc barbarian? You would have slain this creature. But you simply slice into it, and a little itty bit of amorphous goo kind of flies off of it, and the creature simply goes. And that's what happens.
Nasty.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, at least it's a adamantine weapon. So.
yep.
Beautiful. Next up is the Mouths of Madness. The Mouths
shit.
of Madness starts to vibrate, and as it vibrates, each of you feels this pull, as though you're being drawn towards the creature. I need everyone once more to give me will saves.
The jiggling is almost
Gotta
hypnotic.
re-roll that one.
It's like a lava lamp.
DC on this is a
Probably.
13. DC on this is a 13.
That's a 26 to you.
Marking off another hero point.
Oh, Zeb. Zeb. Do you want to spend a hero point? Do you have one?
Yeah.
I think we all went into this with 3.
I think you all went
Yeah.
this was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to need every one of them.
Listen, all right. I'm
Roll that.
sorry that one encounter I made you spend all your fucking plot points and use of get you. Okay, I'm sorry.
Nope. Nope.
It's just-
Too late.
Fuck.
You made your bed, now sleep.
Whoa. No. I have a problem with being punished for Aaron's fuck up. That's not.
If you've been
I mean,
in the military, you should
okay,
have no
here's-
problem with that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. So.
Hey, if I'm going down, all these bastards are going with me. So
Chris. Here's the good news, Chris. The only thing that happens is on your next move, you are compelled to get as close to that creature as possible. You can't explain it. But that feeling, that compulsion, that kind of noise that you heard, that voice, it sounds like a younger sibling. Oh God, the creature, they're trapped inside of it. You've got to get to them. You've got to rescue them, Gris. That is why you are
Papa,
compelled.
no!
Papa! Yes.
I'm coming, Papa!
So the only requirement is that you move as close as you can to it. You can do anything else, but you have to move as close as you possibly can to it, which is convenient because you have 2 friends blocking your path.
no.
However,
but Daddy, I'm coming for you, Daddy.
Rikus, it doesn't
Yes.
like that you attacked it. It's going to
I mean-
attack you. 19 is a miss. 19 is a miss.
No,
26?
that's gonna hit me.
All right. 17 is a miss.
Get the +2
Yep.
still.
27.
That's a hit. What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
The fuck?
And it gets
Yeah.
one more attack. It's throwing everything it has at you because you dealt
That's a
damage
hit.
to it. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 hits
Yeah,
from the Mountains
sure is.
of Madness.
Every one of those hits, is it full of BAB?
It absolutely is.
Okay. just
Multi
checking.
attack.
The real dickbag.
Yeah.
However,
No, this is a bad monster.
25 points of damage to you, sir. What is your CMD?
My CMD is 19.
All right, Rikus, I have good
You know,
news
fuck
and I have
you.
bad news. No.
Eat
I have,
it, suck
I have
this.
good news and bad news, Rikus.
All right.
The good news is you're beautiful. The bad news is
Fuck you.
you are currently grappled by a gibbering mouther. At
You're-
the end of its turn,
It's
It
gonna eat me.
begins to drain your blood. You take 1 con damage. It is literally grabbed onto you with multiple mouths and is starting to suck your very life essence out of you. It is
You were
draining
getting
you of blood.
You were
Sweet.
essentially getting the thinged right now.
You are
right,
essentially
cool.
getting the thinged right now.
So, and I think at that, like he's just, and then just suddenly, just like ripped from his mouth is fucking Epius.
Fucking wizard.
Chris, it's your turn, my friend.
From like 8 feet behind you here. You moved!
You didn't
wait!
tell me. You didn't tell me not to move. You told me not to
I told
attack.
you to wait!
I didn't wait.
Oh boy, this is bad. Oh boy. I'm scared.
GM,
no.
since talking is a free action, can I do something?
Yeah. What would you like to
Yeah,
do?
we got time. We got
Curse
time.
Epius.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, Rikus. He's gonna curse Epius. No, Rikus has his sword, and fuck it, he's. I mean, a favor later is no good to me if I die here. So he is going to call to Mafe to assist him.
Oh my god. And as you call out to Mafe, as you call out, you hear this voice in your mind.
You again?
You again? And so soon? I literally had just left your side.
Well, there's a gibbering mouther here, and it's killing me. So,
And as you say there is a gibbering mouther here, it's killing
and my
you.
wizard's a dick.
2 things happen. You feel yourself become immaterial. You actually turn into a gaseous form version of yourself.
Huh.
You are dragged back towards Griss, and appearing in front of you is none other than a scimitar-wielding, smoke shadowy creature that joins the fray as an ally, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, and boop boop. And let me add her in. And she looks down the hallway at this creature and says, "Had you all considered running?" And I'm going to add her into the initiative. And there is your gift, as it were.
Let's see, Calculator only has the breastplate in the front because he doesn't intend to get hit in the back running away.
Griss, it's your turn, buddy.
Oh, that's too much of an open spot for weak little Chris. I guess I'm gonna get right up next to him because
Yeah,
I
remember when I said
What?
Griss had to
Whoa,
move up on his
what?
turn?
Yeah.
What path do you follow?
Would be pretty much here.
I mean, I
And-
think either way.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's able to do it.
okay, he goes to slip between them. All right.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I could have eaten some of his movement.
And as you move to there, it's going to take an attack of opportunity on you for a 14, which is a miss. Yeah. So you're right up next to it, and it looks hungry.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to. I can still attack, right?
You can
Absolutely.
double move and get the fuck out of there, can't you?
You
No,
could
I'm
also-
supposed to. I gotta get as close.
You
as
had to get
possible.
as, you had to move
compelled.
up as close to you. Now you've completed that. Now you can think clearly again, and you're pretty sure that Papa is not actually inside this thing. It is simply
I'm here again.
the enduring
God!
insanity that this
Run,
thing
boy, run.
throws at
I,
you.
I withdraw again.
That's
You're gonna have
fine.
to beat the AOO, I think.
Yeah, it
Like
already took
withdrawals
its
of
attack
full-
of opportunity, which is good.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That fortunately, I don't think his thing has combat reflexes. If it did, I would be very impressed.
Kalkadur, you're up next.
Okie dokie.
Chris would definitely be like, it got into my mind and made me go back. I didn't want to get up and look at it again.
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot when. I mean, it's done as I completely forgot to make you roll for blur when you attack me. So in the future, people don't let me forget because I'm dumb.
I didn't know you had blur.
Yeah, I get it. I get like one of like 3 spells when I get Engie, and
Yeah,
blur
yeah.
is
You
the
just
one I
didn't tell us
chose.
which one I meant.
Yeah, well, it's like resist energy or
Yeah.
like blur's the best one. It's the best one. The other ones suck. It's DR5 energy. Ooh, blur's the best.
GR10.
Is it DR10? Okay, that's still blur's awesome. Especially when there's this shit multi attack.
I got you.
So, I can do the shield. You know what? I got the shaman behind me, and I don't know if I heard the wizard talking shit. I'm just gonna fucking. Does 18 hit this sack of shit?
It does. It does.
Beautiful.
Slashes into the creature, cutting away bits and chunks.
At this point, it's just
Doesn't
something.
seem
It's
to do as
something.
much as you'd like, but
It's
you
a
cut
look.
off 3 of its mouthy like tendrils that simply just grow back, and now it looks very angry at you.
If we're gonna have
yeah.
if we're gonna have an angry off, Calgadir's gonna win. Trust me.
I'm not going to like you.
Lucas, you're up next.
He's just not wanting anything to do with this thing. He's going to back up 5 feet.
I like
Oh
it.
my god.
He's going to produce his holy symbol of Milani
Mhm.
and channel energy. Oh god!
Oh no!
Sweet.
2
As you go to
freaking
channel
points.
energy, you are speaking the words to call upon this divine light. But similar to what happened to Gris, you hear the voice of a loved one calling out for help, and it makes you stutter. This kind of dome of positive light, it emanates out from the symbol of Milani, but then starts to fizzle as it reaches all of your friends. And unfortunately, they only gain 2 HP back.
Maybe use the stick next time.
You call Milani and get the,
I'll
the
just
phone
look at-
disconnected
I'll
noise.
Epius, you're
The
up
call,
next.
the call cannot be completed as dial.
Exactly.
5 footstep casting Bull's Strength on Calgadir.
Yes.
Beautiful. Would you like to cast defensively? You're invisible, never mind.
I'm invisible. Unless I can see that. I don't know that though, so I take the hit.
And it's not an offensive spell, so you stay invisible.
Yes.
Hey, Rikus. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, that sucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. I'm gonna move up 20 feet. That's my maximum movement speed with this armor on. So
Beautiful. Mappy is
Ugh.
going to move up and attempt to slash at the creature. But as she goes to slash, you watch as one of her smoky blades turns into what appears to be a morning star made of smoke and shadow. And she's going to try to bop this thing on the face. Unfortunately, a 13 is a miss, because Mafi apparently didn't come to party. Damn it, Mafi.
she's got like curlers in her hair, like her hair. She just got home.
She's still
Like,
injured because she only had like 30 minutes before you summoned her. The gibbering mouther. Well, Calgadir, hey buddy, you just heard it. And you know what? It doesn't like when food hurts it. So it's gonna throw everything it's got.
Food.
Oh,
At you.
awesome!
That's a
With
possible
food,
crit
that's
miss.
kick
Does
ass.
not confirm. 2,
Don't call us food. I don't like to
3.
be called food.
4, 5.
So,
Remember, you
2,
got
3,
plus
4,
2.
5.
so
There you go.
only
One more.
2 of okay.
26.
Okay, so 3 of those. Give me 3d100s. if you
All
would, sir.
right, you got it, brother. All right, 20%, so 20 and less is a miss. Nope. Nope. Oh, one misses. The last one misses. Very
2
good.
hits. 2 hits. The rest miss.
What about that crit? Does 19 hit you with the +2 that I gave you?
It does not.
Very
So
good.
that means it completely crit missed.
So what will happen? What will happen is that it is going to not be able to use its caustic spittle this round. You watch as the spittle mouth starts to form on the top of its head, but as it goes to bite, Calgadir literally sucker punches that mouthy tendril in the like right in its maw, and it flies back and it caustic spittles itself. And you know what? I'm gonna have you, Calgadir. What is your minimum damage? What is your minimum damage?
Minimum damage, I believe is 12.
Well, what's going to happen is you're literally going to punch it, and you're going to deal 12 damage to it that goes straight through its DR.
Oh, sorry, it's 14. It's 14.
Boom. You do 14 damage because you literally sucker punch it. That's the critical. However, it deals you 15 points of damage. And what is your CMD, my friend?
My CMD at the moment with the bull strength is 25.
20. Doesn't manage to grapple onto you. It doesn't manage to grapple onto you.
I like to
Now-
imagine when the thing comes out, he like grabs it and it's like, and just like
I
points
need
it back.
everyone to give us a will save again, please.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on, please.
Good?
Yeah, 13 and higher, boys.
You're good? You good?
I'm gonna
Rikus,
use.
no.
I'm using the hero point to.
A barbarian with the will saves out of nowhere.
Oh,
Hey,
Ooh,
nat 20.
There it is. Let's
go.
For the remainder of the encounter, Rikus, you're immune to its summoning draw. for the remainder of the
Oh.
encounter. You've managed to brush it off.
Hey.
All right. And next up is Gris.
Yeah, we're gonna rapid shot it
Oh boy.
with
About time you
with
did
my-
something.
with my blunt arrows.
Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Got some trick
Alright.
arrows. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So let me check here.
I have faith. I have faith in you, Gris.
Oh, you had to say something, didn't you? You had to say something.
Hey, Gris, you suck. You're not gonna make it.
I have faith
and
you're
it's
gonna fail.
terrible,
You're
and,
terrible.
Yeah,
You're
you're
bad
bad.
at what you do.
Your dice suck.
Both of those will hit. Both of those will hit. Both of those blunt arrows strike into its amorphous and ever-changing fleshy bits, and you watch as it seems to bruise and actually tear away bits of its amorphous and ever-changing shape. All of that damage went through, and that is 12 points. Absolutely fantastic.
I visualize what happens if you see like a block of ballistics gel get shot.
Yeah.
And, you know, like that, and just
Pickles.
pieces are flying off. Yeah.
I
Um,
love it.
hey, Atomic.
Yeah.
What? I know you gave. I know Calgadir gave Rikus a flail to use
It's
the
cold
last
iron.
time.
Cold
Cold
iron
iron.
flail.
All right, perfect. I knew it had a property. I just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure I
cold
notated
iron.
it.
Yeah, cold iron.
Thank you, my friend.
Oh.
I got it for free, so I was just like, well, keep it.
Yeah, perfect.
It is your turn, Calcadir.
Fantastic. Well, let's try smacking it again, because that'd be how I do.
Ooh, very
Max damage.
solid blow. Beautifully done. You cut through its midsection, tearing the thing in half like a block of cheese. You slice into it. It curls apart. As it
ruin cheese for
curls
me.
apart, you watch as mouths inside of it seem to crawl together and stitch itself back together. However, the shriek that it lets out in this moment, cuts each and every one of you to the literal bones. I need everyone to give a fortitude save in this moment.
You had to say cheese too, because now I can never look at Swiss the same
Yeah.
way again.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
It's my best save, thankfully. Yes.
DC on this is also a 13.
Everyone's good. Oh wait, Lucas.
You take 9 sonic damage, or 4 for half. 4 for half of sonic damage. Lucas.
Oh,
Lonnie
does not
seems like
that.
she's leaving you on red. What would you like to do, my
Changed your
friend?
number.
Change your number.
Hello.
Hi, you've reached the rejection hotline. If you are receiving this message, it means the person gave you
Oh
a
my
fake number.
God.
Wow. That is... Yep.
It's Milani. Leave a
Once
message.
again, you go to summon this divine light, this divine energy that pulses out this cone, dome-like kind of golden and white glow. But as it reaches your friends, you watch as it fizzles, because once again, Lucas, you hear a loved one's voice from somewhere near or inside the gibbering mouther, and it gets into your head, man. It gets into your head, man. They're putting the chemicals in the water, man. It's getting to you.
Fucking chemtrails. Fucking chemtrails.
Epius, you're invisible. Rikus still thinks
Epius.
you're gone.
Yeah, if he's gonna cast blur on Rikus.
I love it.
Nice.
Rikus, you feel a soft touch on your shoulder. And you are now blurry.
Now you feel like you're tripping balls, because it's just like...
You're now in low def.
you know,
Mafi screams out towards you all in a commanding voice. The creature is almost slain. Press the advantage.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Rikus?
I can't get up to it.
You cannot.
I can't reach it.
you're a fighter. Why don't you have a spear? Come on, get it together.
You have
Well-
javelins like your picture?
No.
How dare you?
If you don't have like a sack of weapons on your back, you're not
I've got
fighting,
it.
right?
I do have a short bow though.
Whip like the wind.
All right.
Load-
So,
Load
well,
hollow
if I-
points.
if I'm doing that, then I'm moving back here And yeah, I will. I'll ready my short bow and.
I think we
Hope
should
that
all get some of them fancy trick arrows.
Yeah.
Everybody with a
It's
bow.
not a bad idea. Not a
Yeah.
bad
You
idea.
could probably pull
I'm-
from Griss's quiver
I
if
I
he
was
lets
gonna
you.
say they're on my back. I'm
Oh
not
wow,
gonna say no
that's
at that
fucking
point.
great.
Mafi swings twice on the gibbering mouther, striking it twice
Hopefully.
with. She's dual wielding these morning stars, 7 and 9, and we watch as the creature looks like it's about to discorporate. It seems to almost be falling apart into just these smelly, nasty, acidic, acid-covered hunks of flesh and mouth and teeth and eyes. But as we come back around to its turn, the creature once again lets out a horrific chorus, this horrible shrieking sound. And you watch as multiple tendrils with mouths seem to lance out, striking into the stonework. As though it is turning itself into a slingshot.
Oh
You
god.
see it seem to bow backwards. There is this sound like a rubber band or rope straining,
Oh.
and it flings itself down the hallway, attempting to overrun each and every one of you. Kalgadir, you're up first. What is your CMD?
25.
It fails. You manage to just take it to full brunt. Epius, what is your CMD?
11.
You are overrun. Mafi, what is your CMD? It's a 23, sir. All right. Mafi is overrun. Lucas, what is your CMD?
17.
You are overrun and potentially critical overrun. You are not critical overrun. Griss and Rikus, what are your respective CMDs?
19.
Doesn't matter
20.
for Rikus. Does matter for Griss. So it looks like we've got Lucas is get missed. No, Lucas got hit, but not crit. So Epius, Lucas, and Griss, each of you are going to take its overrun damage. However, everyone wielding a melee weapon will get an attack of opportunity against the creature as it does so. It is literally throwing itself just a wall of mouths down the hallway, discorporating as it does so. You know what?
Good
You look
job,
cool doing it. You're
Epius.
like, ah! And then it just take it full bore.
It's everybody, right? Not just the ones who
Yep,
got hit.
everyone.
Good thing I had my short bow out.
No, yeah.
All right, that's a hit for 22. Beautiful.
You've got two hands.
Wow.
Yeah, I
that
need
could
it
have
for
been
the
a
bow.
lot. I rolled 4 ones on this. Every one that failed takes 15 points of damage.
I'm gonna take a nap if that's cool with everybody.
See, what Rikus needs to do is get the hand
But
crossbows.
as Kalgadir takes
Right.
his axe out, slicing into it, it is more like ribbons of the gibbering mouther fly like streamers or kites in the breeze of the bay. And they kind of snap and claw onto you as it reaches the other side, landing in a pile of quickly melting flesh, teeth, and eyes.
Kalgadir
The
does some, like-
creature is slain.
Kalgadir does some anime shit. It comes at him, and he's like slices it right down the middle and just goes by either side.
And I think
Woo!
as it flies out, like Rikus just hits the deck with his hands behind his head, and you just hear this. As he's just like burying his face into the stonework, trying to flatten himself out as much as possible.
Everybody gets 9.
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up from my nap real quick, guys.
the line's no longer busy.
You didn't go down. You had 0. You're good. You're just disabled. Or not, what is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Incapacitated?
No, he's just
Staggered?
disabled.
What is it called?
Staggered's the one. 0 is staggered.
And
I like the
Anybody
idea of
have
Chris
it,
trying to
just-
get an arrow. It's just
right?
fuck.
You got to do like some just a brace of arrows just on your chest,
Yeah.
just ready to go.
Just
Like it's like
7 in one
it's
hand.
like a tank ready rack. You got 5 ready to go, just real quick before you go to start reloading.
As the
Just
creature
dropping arrows.
begins to sizzle and kind of burn away in this moment, Epius, you recognize what appears to be a symbol being burned into the stonework where it was slain. That symbol looks very similar to the symbol you saw inside of the chamber it was contained within. Give me a knowledge arcana.
Oh, no, it's the wrong one. Wrong button. Oh,
Epius.
I know lots of things.
Wow.
Epius.
Well,
Holy
man.
shit.
I was gonna ask if I should
This
roll, but it doesn't matter.
Was a advanced mythic gibbering mouther.
Ooh,
Oh,
Now,
fancy.
what's scary is that the symbol that's being etched and burned into the ground is a summoning portal. One of the things you know about this creature is that when it dies, it attempts to summon an exact duplicate of itself. A quick pouring of water or some sort of other liquid should stop the summoning from completing, but you have mere moments to keep that from happening.
Epius starts screaming, Lucas, Lucas, we need water over here. And he's gonna just try to scuff it with his boot. Like fuck up the thing with his boot.
Do you
And-
say anything about the other
and-
one as well?
That one appears to be
Good.
inert.
Okay, because Kagane was just going to start pissing on it.
Cool.
you
Can
know.
I just like
just grab my water
can I
skin
do a
and
water
just-
skin? Just like
Yeah.
Alchemist fire.
Pour
Yeah.
water onto this acid, and you watch as the runic symbols, the circle that's being etched and burned into the ground and the stonework here starts to fizzle and smoke. And this teleportation, this summoning circle does not complete itself.
Yeah, Epius like trips over his own boots trying to scuff it out and falls over here.
Yep.
I just took my water skin dagger just down, just
Remember that? Remember that book? And you remember that information you gathered, Epius, about the dark tapestry?
Secrets of Dreaming Dark.
Yeah. Now you know what this wizard was up to. Some real fucked up shit.
And you don't fuck with aberrations.
Fucking psychers, man. Every time. Just demon bait.
Stop. Yeah, the warp is bad news. Why are you-
Warp is bad, man.
Fucking stay out of it, dude.
just never gonna trust a man in robes again.
Leave it alone.
Rikus, as you are perhaps still pressed against the wall, you may be moved over, you hear what sounds like smoke that's alive.
Oh
And
shit!
Mafia is hovering next to you.
And I'll just look at her and I'll. Thank you. I think we're even.
I think we are even. She
Where
looks
can I get one of
down
those?
at the sword that you have. You seem to be a warrior of honor. A warrior that also understands when they have met something that they cannot defeat themselves. I believe it is a human saying that pride cometh before the fall. You do not seem to be a man filled with pride.
Oh no, I don't have any pride.
Should you survive whatever it is you are undertaking in these cursed lands, seek me out. Until then, be well and be safe. And she will fade into smoke and disappear before you.
So like normally, like if there was somebody cool here, like they would probably like bow or something. Rikus just waves.
Bye!
Bye.
After
just
the,
Wonderful. That's
after the
wonderful.
deer thing, Gris is definitely before as she's fading, just like, wait, what? Do you know anything about the cursed let? She's gone.
She's gone. She's
Okay.
gone. At least she'd let you know they're cursed, right? That's positive.
Yeah, so after she disapparates, Kagane will go up to Rikus and be like, you can't have any pride. You spent the entire time getting the shit kicked out of you.
Oh, come on.
You know that's fair. I,
Welcome
To
to
have you.
You're one of us, and he smacks him on the shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ouch.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the front line, my friend.
I wish I could say I'm glad to be here, but that really sucked. But at least if I'm taking a punch, nobody else is.
All right, 8 points for Gris.
Epius, I see you moved down the hallway towards the other teleportation circle. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Looking for anything that might have initially summoned the thing if it was defeated before. Any instruments that might have assisted in that kind of ritual?
So what you find, Epius, is that this original circle, it doesn't appear to have been the after effect of one of these things dying. This circle looks to be intentional and man-made. There is a difference in the way that the circles are burned into the stonework. The circle that was being burned that you stopped from completing itself was somewhat chaotic, somewhat uneven. It seemed more bestial in the way that it was burning itself, maybe slightly wavering. The one that you see on and inside of this small little chamber where the black adamantine door was blocking the way, this one is perfect. This one is precise, calculated, likely created by the wizard himself.
You want to take a look at this? I don't kind of look at all this shredded stonework and things. There might be something hidden back here.
Yeah.
And he's going to go about picking up shards of adamantine if there are any around.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably do that because,
Mhm.
money, 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 money.
Yeah. I
You
think
find
that or
you
equipment.
find you
Oh,
find 25 pounds worth of adamantine.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Calgadir's gonna shove it in the old pack.
I mean, we're
A
keeping
lot.
this.
a
We're
lot.
keeping this.
we're,
That's
we're,
like
we're just gonna go to the Tomb of Horrors. We're gonna steal the door. We're gonna fuck off and go home because it's way more valuable.
Does anyone need a weapon?
I.
You already got one.
Yeah. I mean, of course I do. I've got one.
You make an adamantine battle axe for Kagadir.
I think
He already got his magic one. I think it's
His Dragon
Chris-
Slayer is a fine weapon.
Yeah,
Chris needs some arrows, I think.
I could use a morning star then.
yeah. It wouldn't hurt to try and get like I don't know. I mean, I've got the strength to have like a bludgeoning weapon of some sort, maybe. It's just
Well,
for these
maybe-
situations. But
Depends on how much weight of that 25 pounds we need for. I think a Morning Star for Lucas would be good, and a bludgeon for you, Calgadir, wouldn't go astray, and maybe use the rest for arrows for Gris.
distribute maybe a couple arrows amongst. I mean, most for him, and then some for because I got a composite longbow.
But
You got a short bow and everything else. So we got more than enough. Like a great sword's like 6 pounds.
Yeah.
Like Warhammer's 6 or 8. So we got plenty.
Speaking of Lucas, I'm feeling a little sick. When the gibbering mouther was eating me,
Yes.
well, I don't feel good. I feel
What
like
do you
I'm
feel.
I feel weak somehow. Maybe
Oh,
woozy.
well, I have this wand of lesser restoration. So
You do look a little pale.
Yeah, I picture he's like a couple shades of green lighter.
So I'll give him a lesser restoration wand, which is a D4, I believe.
Just so you only took like what one?
I
con
only took
damage?
one, so we got it either way.
Yeah,
so
we're good. Really good.
One
Oh,
and one to spare.
that's better.
I like
Then
these
Chris
sticks
look
of
around in
yours.
there.
They're ones and they come in handy.
Well,
That sucked.
yeah, yeah.
We eliminated a great threat to this town and maybe even this country today.
Indeed.
This thing's ability to replicate itself that could end villages.
So
You're
Here's-
champions.
my thought is maybe we don't tell the mayor about this secret area. We put the door back. I don't feel right with some rich idiot coming down here and getting any funny ideas.
We could
have
just
two-
blow it up.
We have two options, as we discussed before. We could either slander the place and buy it out ourselves, especially with this 25 pounds of adamantine we found. If we put that towards the purchasing price, I imagine that would be quite a lump, or quite a percentage of the sum.
Hmm.
Or we can seal it up and let them have at it.
Is it slander if it's true?
Yes, it's not. There's some dark shit in here.
Well, I mean exaggerating the truth as well. If we're
I
trying
don't
to
think it
buy
needs
it,
to
we might
be.
as
I
well.
don't think it needs to be
I don't
exaggerated.
think we need to exaggerate anything.
Gris, as you are standing near where the adamantine door had been broken, do you recall how I mentioned you were hearing these kind of whispers? Give me a perception check.
No.
I love it.
That's actually beautiful because we're going to fail forward. You listen. Perhaps you even place your hand to your ear. And you do hear a whisper, like someone who is in a room, and then there's a door on one side of the room and then the other side, and you're hearing this person across a empty room inside the room beyond, if that makes sense. You can hear it, and the person sounds... They sound very angry, like they're arguing with someone. The argument is escalating. It's escalating. It's growing more and more and more intense. And you hear a single word that everything else was whispered. Everything else was so quiet, so muted that you couldn't quite make it out. Just the tone, just the emotion behind it, that rising, bubbling anger, like a volcano that's starting to, and almost to the point of erupting. And that single word that you hear is betrayal. And you are filled with a sense. You are filled with a sense like you yourself, Gris, have just been betrayed. You don't know by whom, you don't know what the betrayal entailed, but someone has wronged you, Gris. Someone close to you has wronged you, and they are likely to wrong you again. I'm going to leave you with that information, and I want you to take that as a character, as a player, and I want to see what you do with it. Someone close to you has betrayed you and will likely do it again.
Think the mayor knew half what the wizard was up to? Think the mayor knew a quarter of what the wizard was up to?
Doubtful. I wonder if the mayor's husband found something out that he shouldn't have and paid with his life.
There was that note regarding the mayor's husband. What was it?
Raise him
Yes.
to guard the entrance to the tower, I believe. Something along that line.
Yeah, maybe he wanted to raise him.
Animate Damien's remains in guardian form. For the
Maybe he's
cave.
doing it as some like, oh, his spirit's trapped. It's a punishment thing or something.
Is there anything else down here? Any other way forwards that we can find?
No, this was the last area in the basement.
All right, well, let's go over the walls with a fine-tooth comb, make sure there's nothing else dangerous down here, and then go report to the mayor.
Only we had a dwarf.
And as we cut back to the city of Belhaim, Gris, that feeling of betrayal, that feeling of who can I trust? This town feels wrong, Gris. It's already felt wrong to you in the past, but even more so, this town feels... It feels very foreign. It feels like it's filled with secrets and lies and shadows, and even though it is mid-morning, late morning, maybe even early afternoon, let's say it's about 1 p.m. at this point after you exit Hunclay's Manor, you see shadows where there should be none. Always in the corner of your eye. Always when you look directly, that shadow is not there, but who can you trust, Gris? Who can you trust? That is the question that continues to permeate your mind. Permeate your mind. Who can you trust? Who can you trust? Once again, that voice, that what sounds like whispers in a room beyond a room, starts to feel your mind. Everyone else, you notice that Gris appears to be standing just outside the entrance of Hunclay's manor. All of you are just exiting, but Gris, he's the last one out. He's the last one out of the manor. Just outside, you see the kobold. You see that he is the kobold golem, flesh golem, is waiting. It says its classic greeting. But Gris stops just at the edge, and he seems to be kind of stuck in a daze. Like he's looking towards all of you, but looking through you. And I'm curious what you all would do in this moment.
Chris, you all
Chris?
right?
Gris, you hear them.
Why wouldn't I be?
Well, you're not looking right.
And
Gonna kind of wave his hand across his eyes, see if they track.
They do, but only slightly.
Bats his hand at his face.
Well, he did
Something
almost
wrong.
die. I mean, he has that look, that 1,000-yard stare thing going on. Maybe, maybe.
Would any of my knowledge be able to diagnose him, or would that be more of a heal?
Be more of a heal at this point.
Right.
Gris would give kind of a low whistle for Boris
Mhm.
to get to his side.
Boris will
Gris.
approach Gris. As Boris begins to approach Gris, he gets about 10 feet from you and stops. As he stops, he begins to growl low. It's that growl, the same growl that he gave when you all were first entering into this Hunclay's manor, when he noticed that something was wrong with that homunculus, and he let out that very low.
This is going to detect magic on Gris. And
Is that
try to-
something that Gris would notice? Can I?
Yeah, he's very clearly casting a spell.
What are you doing?
Trying to see if there's anything wrong with you. Detecting magic.
Why would there be something wrong with me?
Because we just fought an abomination. Rikus was sick. What happened to you?
Lucas healed me. I'm
Lucas
fine.
healed Rikus. He didn't heal you. May not heal you completely yet. And he continues casting the spell.
The spell goes off, Epius. As your eyes glow that kind of blue, indicating that the spell is activated, it washes over. You see that the manor itself is covered in a number of, abjuration and defensive magic kind of spells. You see the lines and the weaving of magic. But as you wash over Gris looks to be a void. He looks to be not only that there is no magic on him, but that magic is absent and is avoiding him. So imagine that he is a black silhouette standing in front of a bright light. It is as though there is something superimposed over top of him, blocking light from entering him.
Epius shakes his head and kind of touches his forehead and says, "There's something wrong. You're not giving off any auras at all, not even the normal auras just a living creature would give off."
So
Gris, we need to take care of you somehow. I don't know what. I don't know how.
we're not taking care of anything until you tell me what's wrong with me. If there is something wrong with me.
This is beyond my skills. I don't know anything about this. I just know there's
Oh.
you're not radiating anything magic. You're not showing up on the auras. Everything else is pastels. You're black.
Oh, do I have it? I want to cast Detect Evil just to see.
Beautiful. He is radiating. So you know how there's like different varying degrees of evil? He, unlike the black absence of magic, as your vision turns this kind of whitish purple as you activate Detect Evil and it washes over him, you see not Gris standing before you, but what appears to be a purple and black wraith that is superimposed over him. It stares at you, Lucas. It stares at you with fire, anger, mistrust in its sunken and hollow eyes. And it snarls, almost hissing at you, and you hear it.
Channeling energy to damage undead.
Absolutely fantastic. As the symbol of Milani glows, you see Lucas's eyes change. Perhaps they grow slightly brighter. A wash, this beam, almost beam-like dome of energy, flies out from Lucas. It seems almost to be drawn. So, normally it bows out like a dome. As it starts to bow out, it coalesces, crashing into Griss's center.
This
There
is
is
as
a-
I'm reaching for an arrow.
This is you're reaching for an arrow and you are frozen in place as the beam of light flows into you like multiple tendrils of light. Everyone sees this kind of superimposed wraith over him shriek, scream, start to cry, and then shatter into 1,000 tiny pieces of smoky glass. Those pieces clatter to the ground like a smashed mirror, slowly start to fade and turn to smoke. Griss, those feelings of betrayal and anger and mistrust fade away. You have a splitting headache, and you don't remember the last 5 minutes.
He's going to take a step forward and try to conceal casting protection from evil and pat his shoulder. He's not very good at concealing it.
Boris moves up and starts to try to eat your hand. And by eat, I mean just gnaw on it lovingly.
I shoot a hand to the top of Boris's head, and I grab a hold of Epius and just kind of teetering a little bit because it's like when the other demon, the crow, tried to take his mind. It's
Very similar experience. Although this one, as you start to think about it, Griss, this felt like an invasion. This felt like something or someone had superimposed themselves over you. It's not a good feeling. You feel violated.
That could have been a close run thing. Thank you, Lucas.
Just had a feeling.
Is he all right now?
What happened?
Epius looks to Lucas.
He was possessed of a wraith. Something possessed him. I saw the evil, and
I don't remember anything from
I
when we
banished
left.
it.
Chris, I need you to give a very important roll. I need you to make a will save. You want to roll high. If you have any hero points, it may be beneficial to add a +8 to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my last hero point and add a +8 to
I think
this.
that's a good idea. If anyone wants to help, you may do
Epius
so as
already
well.
cast. Epius already cast protection from evil on him. If that is applicable, it was +2.
Go for it. Roll that will save.
Yes.
Oh, that's a 20. What, 13?
13. That is a 13. That is a 13.
Can I don't know if this is the way this works, but I still have 1 hero point left. Can I give it to Griss?
Yes. Yes.
Reroll that.
Reroll that, Griss.
Reroll.
Still keep your +10. Okay. There it is. That is a 28. There it is. There it is. That's a 28. All right.
The steadying
Griss.
presence of Rikus.
Griss. Rikus, you look at him. He is a rock. He is the foundation. He is strength. Confused strength, but strength indeed.
Just I think the naivete is still kind of there. Come on, you got this.
You know what it was that had superimposed itself over you. You know what had possessed you. It was the spirit of a very, very capable and confident warrior. That's the word I was looking for. The name that you think of
Oh, that ain't
is
the dude,
Tula.
is it?
Tula. There's a name. It's just, again this name Tula. Tula. And as you start to think about it, everyone, perhaps even Griss, you say this out loud. It almost uncontrollably, instinctually forms
just
itself on
vomit.
your lips.
just vomit off to the
You're
side.
just like, "Blah, Tula. Tula is the name of a crypt. It's the name of the crypt of the dragon slayer that originally formed this town. There's likely a connection. And that spirit, that wraith, it was either her or one of her followers. So not only was Hung Clay messing with things that he shouldn't have been, abominations and other planes of existence, but it is also likely that he was messing with the remains of those that formed this town. There is this sense of understanding that starts to wash over you, Gris. That fucking wizard was fucking around where he shouldn't have been, and you guys need to put it right.
I think we could actually approach the mayor at this point, and with all the shit that's gone on in this house, I think if anyone learns of what has happened, it might damage the profits of the auction more than even selling the house could compensate for. What do you guys think?
I think that we're the only ones I trust to look after this house.
Yeah. Well,
and,
yeah.
And whatever
I don't
is
want some commoner or rich noble to move into here and then be
No.
possessed.
Yeah, possession is kind of. It's like, oh no, someone died in this house. Oh yeah, no, there's like a chance. Yeah, you might be possessed.
also whatever's going on in this town. As much as I hate
Whatever
to say
Hunclay
this,
did, we need to fix.
we might be the only ones who can.
Of course, if someone learns what happened in
don't-
here, it could create chaos in the town, which
I think we should go speak to the mayor regardless.
There
Both
is
collect our payment and
There is a shout
Indeed.
that starts to rise up towards the center of town. You hear a commotion. It sounds like a crowd of people is gathering. People are starting to shout and scream, and you
Jubilant
hear
or
what
alarmed?
sounds like people are very alarmed as to what's happening.
Oh, what
As you
now?
all look to the sky, you see a shadow up in the white, poofy clouds.
Oh,
That
no.
shadow begins to grow larger and
Do I-
larger and
Jim,
larger.
do I recognize this?
Oh, you
shadows?
do, Rikus. You recognize this shadow
Oh.
beautifully.
Come on.
do I happen to hear a certain thing?
Oh, you do. You hear a certain low rumbling kind of roar. Now imagine, if you will, a beautiful sunny day that suddenly starts to turn black and horrific and stormy. Rain begins to fall, and the shadowy wings grow larger and larger and larger, until all at once you see what appears to be a massive black dragon begins to swoop down from the clouds above. Its wingspan, that of several houses. It lets out a low rumble. The very walls of this entire city begin to shake and rumble. And all at once you hear multiple villagers scream, "Dragon! Dragon!" The dragon makes a low swoop. I need everyone, though, in this moment to give me will saves.
Is this a fear effect?
This is not a fear
God
effect.
damn it. Nothing's a fear
Oh.
effect. I'm gonna keep asking. Okay. Chris, don't make me regret giving you that hero point. Hey!
Rikus, you are the only one to realize this dragon is not real. It is merely a very powerful illusion. It takes you a moment to
Yeah.
realize this, but the dragon lands on top of one of the buildings just outside of Belhaim Commons. "I am Aparax, Lord of Dragonfend. You have exhausted my patience. The wizard Hunkley promised me many things before his death. including 5 rare and ancient tomes. I have made efforts to obtain these lawfully, but my representatives have failed me. My forbearance is at an end. Now I require not only the books, including the tome entitled Secrets of the Dreaming Dark, but also an indemnity of 776,000 gold pieces, 2,000 for each and every residence of this dunghill you call a home. I give you 2 weeks. 2 weeks to deliver these to the place you know as the Monastery of Saint Calexias across the Dragon Fen. None are permitted to leave Belheim. My minions blanket the countryside, and all who dare leave this town shall suffer for it. Only those chosen to deliver my ransom may travel, and only then into the Dragon Fen. Should you defy me or fail to satisfy my demands, I shall lay waste to this little Belheim and kill every living inhabitant, down to the last mewling infant. Rikus, it is at this moment you realize this massive black dragon, colossal in its size, is no more than a very powerful illusion. You can see it kind of blinking in and out of existence, and your mind tells you that's not real. That's an image. What gives it away is that as it landed on the roof didn't bow, it didn't break. As it broke through the clouds themselves didn't kind of disperse or dissipate. But the dragon takes flight and disappears back into the clouds.
And
And
I think
fight
at this, Rikus is just, that's a good trick.
What?
That
What
wasn't
was he
real.
talking about?
Uh,
Of course, that was a
that's-
dragon.
No, it was an illusion. Didn't you
Mhm.
see the
Let's
fuzziness
get over there.
around the edges? The house didn't collapse. The clouds didn't move.
Get over there quickly. I might be able to see the aura.
Yeah. And he'll just keep doing it. The flags didn't even flutter when it flapped its wings.
And as you all move towards Belheim Commons, a large crowd of people has gathered. The mayor is attempting to calm citizens down. You see the owner of the Wise Piper. You see Mayor Devon's son. You even see that the town's guard, as inept as they are, have arrived in the town commons, the central area, and they're all panicking and shouting, "It's a dragon! Oh, gods, we're all going to die! We can't come up with that much gold! Oh, God save us! God save us! We knew this day would come!" It's just a complete disaster, just this mob mentality, just this everyone is panicking and screaming and shouting and throwing papers into the air and falling to the ground in the fetal position. It's just a mess. Epius, you scan with your detect magic and you do pick up very powerful afterglow of illusion magic.
I was gonna do something stupid.
I would love that if you did.
I think Rikus just like sees the crowd and he knows he's got to calm them down. So I picture like the mayor's like maybe up on this like podium or like something.
People, calm yourselves. Calm yourselves. We will figure.
He just goes
this
right
out.
up there. And
What is he doing? Where is he going?
it's just good people of Belheim, hear me.
Oh,
Hear
God.
me now.
Oh God.
It's time to tell you the real story. Your mayor has contracted us repeatedly to stem the tide of this evil dragon and its desires. We recently undertook a mission into Hunclay's Manor, and well, we've learned some things, and it's all going to be okay. We're going to help you get through this, and it's all thanks to the mayor.
There is a silence.
Hooray!
Just a couple of murmurs through the crowd. The mayor looks to you, one eyebrow just like raised incredibly high.
And he'll just be like,
She turns. That is absolutely correct, citizens. I have been aware of this potentiality. I've been aware of this danger to our beautiful town. But rest assured, this dragon this dragon shall not lay waste to our town, as these fine heroes are none other than the magnificent dragon slayers of, and she looks to the rest of you to say a name.
He says,
Opara.
Caldeman.
Of Opara Caldeman. Where's that? Never heard of it. It is a far and distant land that was once filled with dragons, but is no longer because of these fine souls. There is, again, those whispers through the crowd. Go ahead, Epius.
Well, sorry, while this is going on, Epius is going to be wandering through the crowd going, oh, the horrors of Hunklay's Manor. Oh, the hauntings, the demons, the wards, the homunculi, the undead worship.
It's
the
horrible.
shadows, the
Oh,
possessions.
Lord. Yes.
Like
Meanwhile, calculators over by the side just
like louder than like the crowd
just
that's
trying to
like,
start the
clap.
slow clap.
Like louder
And
than the,
the
crowd
slow
just-
clap starts. And you hear from the crowd, does anyone remember the gentleman that went to Tynex to get certain potions?
Oh yeah, the one that couldn't wrap
Yeah.
his pecker.
It's like,
Yeah, I remember that
Oh,
one.
I remember those guys. They're great. They keep secrets real well too. Hip hip hooray for the Dragon Slayers! And the whole crowd erupts into cheers and shouts of support and accolades towards the Dragon Slayers. Yeah, screw that dragon. He's not gonna know what hit him. Yeah, the Dragon Slayers are here from Oprah, whatever the other name was. Woo, they're great.
And
Everyone's happy.
Come on.
and while this is happening, Rikus is going to lean into the mayor and say, if you want any chance of living through this, we need that manor.
She turns to you and says, giving you that manor will be the smallest price I pay for keeping peace in my city. I'm going to tend to the crowd. Meet me at my abode within 30 minutes. We have much to discuss.
And Rikus will nod, come back down, and as he like passes Epius, who's going through, he just sort of puts a hand on his shoulder and says, oh no, she already agreed to give it to us.
Huh.
Oh man, I heard that manor is haunted with demons and things from the abyss. I heard that too. Wouldn't want to go over there. That's crazy talk.
And
It's
then
just, yeah.
and I think like if Rikus hears that, he'll just yell and says, yes, that's why we're taking up residence there for those demons will be good.
Keeping vigil.
No, they'll be good sport for our training.
Hmm.
Calisthenics, you know.
Yes. But when we slay the dragon, right? There it is.
Just somebody from the back. I heard that man tried to sleep with my sister.
Yes. That's so good. That's
That
so
man
good.
is a son of a bitch.
That man's a son of a
Oh
bitch.
man. So we cut to a 30 to 40 minutes later where you all have traveled back to Mayor Devon's manor. And you get there first. The servants let you in. They set a large table for you. You all are able to sit down, have some drinks, some good food, maybe a couple of side salads. I don't know, whatever you guys want. And finally, the mayor walks in looking haggard, but relieved in this moment. She looks haggard, but relieved. Her hair is a little disheveled. Her dress, though of very fine make and quality, seems to be a little crinkled and crunkled up, as it were. Crinkled and crumpled, that's the word we'll use. But she sits down at the head of the table and lets out just the heaviest sigh of, I've been dealing with some shit that you've ever heard. I don't know where you thought of whatever it was that was. Excuse me. But I owe you a debt of gratitude, Rikus, for helping me keep the peace in this city. However, you and I both know that you are not dragon slayers. So,
Not yet.
Well, I mean, I wasn't a monster hunter either until I came to this town.
I have the axe of Tula Dragon Slayer. It's pretty convincing.
I'm sorry, where did you get that?
We found it.
I don't ask you stupid questions. No, he doesn't say that. Although that would be hilarious.
I think
Like,
he does, and she just... All right. I know I've already asked much of you, but I need to ask more. I've already agreed to give you the mana, but I would ask that if I do so, in its entirety, both its contents as well as all of its rights to its land and holdings, that you assist the city in defending it from this horrific and unbelievable threat.
Oh, I mean, of course we will. We'll have a place here.
Very good.
Now we're invested.
Then there is somewhere that I believe you need to travel. Are you familiar with the founder of this town?
Dragon Slayer,
Lula?
yes?
Yes. She was a mighty warrior. Many hundreds of years ago, all of these lands, these hills, these forests were filled with an innumerable number of dragons, greens and blues and reds, none of them quite as ancient as the one we saw, but warriors, brave warriors such as Tula, roamed the lands, clearing them out and allowing us, we citizens, to settle in these lands and form lives, form cities such as Belhaim. Her crypt, her tomb, is not too far from here. All of her weapons, those that were used in slaying the dragons of this land, were buried with her. Though it will be dangerous, as the crypt is, well, according to legend, heavily guarded and trapped, I believe she would not be offended to see brave warriors such as yourself reuse those items, reuse those weapons for slaying dragons.
Ooh.
So we need to go loot a tomb.
That would be my suggestion.
Well, I'm convinced.
Well,
If we have the legal blessing of the town, and we're not going to be hunted down by any Pharasmans for doing so,
Mhm.
I'd be happy to.
Perhaps we have a key.
Now, I do want to point out that in the corner there's a giant green-haired gnome. No, I'm just kidding. There is a servant that has been just kind of like milling just behind the mare, and you didn't notice her at first. She even, maybe it appears that she even appeared out of thin air, perhaps under the effects of an illusion or invisibility. Mayor Devon, if I may have a moment of the hero's time. She turns Mare to the side. Of course, Bessie, I didn't see you there. Well, that's precisely the point, Mayor Devon. Not to be seen. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've been around for a long, long time. And one thing I've learned is that inexperienced illusionists tend to rely on overwhelming one's eyes and ears, but often forget the details. I was there in the city center. I saw the dragon, I heard it speak, and I even heard it roar. But I didn't hear it breathe. I didn't hear its talons scraping on stone. I didn't feel the air stir when its wings unfurled. Certainly, whoever or whatever we face has great power. If that truly was just an illusionist, it was still a powerful magical effect. For all we know, it could even be a dragon that certainly fits with what you've learned from, well, the kobolds, from the books that you've discovered. But the original Aporex's bones should still be out there in the Dragon Fen. That's actually where the Crypt of Tula lies. My suggestion would be to travel there, seek out the crypt, and likely discover how this mystery unfolds.
What do you know of this Tula?
and I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, I'm Bassie. The mayor and Bassie look to you like you should just know what that means.
Very well. Nice to meet you.
She smiles.
I have an important question to ask. Was Tula's followers, did they ever betray him?
The mayor looks very uncomfortable. Bassie looks very uncomfortable. The mayor is the first to speak. What makes you ask that, Gris?
I heard something.
Bassie speaks up. What did you hear?
Before I was taken by what I'm told is a wraith, of some kind. The last thing I remember before feeling utterly and completely untrusting of any of my men, any of the men at this table here, was the word betrayal. And this is the second time that something has tried to take me since I've been in this town. So, was Tula betrayed by her followers?
This is a secret that has been passed down since the founding of Belhaim, the mayor begins. All of the stories we tell the citizens, all the stories we tell the people that come here, we say that she died in battle, defending this town from a great evil, defending this town from Aparax himself. But in truth, she had allied herself with the dragon. And it was her followers that brought down Aparax. It was her followers that brought her down. She was buried underneath his bones, not out of respect, but as a reminder that greed and the desire for power can overwhelm even those with the purest of hearts. So yes, in a sense, she was betrayed. But no, it wasn't her that was betrayed, it was her that betrayed this town.
Why then does she have a place of honor rather than her followers?
Her followers felt that revealing the truth of her nature at her end would tear the city apart. So they, along with the council at that time, made an agreement to allow her memory to remain untainted, so that the people had a beacon of hope, someone to emulate and look up to. And for the last few hundred years, she has been that for our town.
I mean,
Soldiers
White
follow
lie, then.
orders.
but her followers refused to go along with her and did the right thing despite the danger to themselves. They're the real heroes here.
They are. And a few small number of us in town know the truth and do pay homage to them. But for the simpletons, it is better to have one hero untainted. She looks very, very, I would hesitate to say disappointed, but very remorseful in this moment. Her expression, her eyes are averting yours. Bassie, you can call her the informant of the town. She's like her little spy, as it were.
Ears.
She's her eyes and ears in the village. Yeah. Even Bassie is looking to the mayor with this kind of biting her lower lip.
Well,
Disappointing.
did the group have a name?
The GM doesn't know because it's not in the book. The GM doesn't know because it's not in the. You know what?
Maybe they were just called the Dragon Slayers.
Nope. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hold
The
on.
Dragon Slayer of Opara called him weird.
The
They better have a name that sounds like a heavy metal band, or I'm gonna be really pissed off.
The Wonder Boys.
they were simply known as the Patems, the chosen and protectors of Belhaim. So Patem, the chosen and protectors of Belhaim. Petem. Everyone just called them the Patems.
Well, then, all those in favor of renaming Hunclay Manor Paytem Hall?
Hey, Tim Hall.
I love it.
Unkley certainly doesn't deserve the fucking name.
Yeah, screw that guy. That's a real stick in the mud.
Gris is just shaking, just trying to drink and calm his nerves.
And as you're shaking and trying to calm your nerves, you feel a wet nose of your wolfhound nuzzling kind of like into your hand.
Yeah, Boris is like, there's something that broke off from Grist. Like, it's not, something's changed.
He's been through some times.
Well, cheer up, everybody. It's not the worst thing we've learned today.
No. It's close.
It's close.
So then will you help us discover whatever this great evil is and see
Yes.
it put to an end?
I'll help.
We have to fix what Hunclay's done.
And I suppose we should finalize the deed of your new estate.
I think a good deal of what's inside could still be sold to the town. Or for the town.
Might I suggest you spend that money to upgrade the town's defense? Just saying.
Whatever you're willing
I don't
to
think
part
defenses
with.
will help against the dragons.
I think that's our job.
We need a just imagine calculator and a catapult. Fling
Yeah,
him the
Beatrice will
dragon.
put his head together with the others with the list he was already compiling and
you
go
mean
through
a-
what
You mean a Calgapult?
Calcapult, yes.
what they'd keep and what they'd sell.
Lord have mercy. And I think our last scene is the mayor, Bassie, and all of you sitting around the table, starting to draft up, Epius heavily involved, the contract, the transfer of deed. And as we kind of zoom out through the front door of Devi Manor, and we zoom out into the Dragon Fend itself, we start to fly with this bird's eye view past the flooded quarry, through the Dragon Fend, over towards two locations. You see what appears to be an ancient monastery, kind of hidden in the mountains, and then making a low, spiraling circle around a massive cave entrance. The last thing we see are green wings and green scales just through some smoky mist. And that, my friends, the end of session 7 of Dragon's Demand. Well played, everyone. Absolutely well played. That was a heck of a lot of fun. Heck of a lot of fun. That was session 8, right? Was that session 8?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Session 8.
Session
I thought
7
it
was
was
session 8.
Oh yeah,
Whoa, we're getting crazy. But yeah, absolutely fantastic job, everyone. And the great news is you guys are all going to get enough XP. I did some math in the background. You're now level 5. Boom! Let's go!
What's our XP now?
Yes, you are now level
Let's
5.
go.
You
What's
are
the
level
total
five.
number?
5. Yep, you get exactly. You're like 500 over what you needed. I was
So
doing
we
some
should
math in the
be-
background.
Well, then we're like 15-5.
15-5. You got it. Yeah, great job.
Beautiful.
I'm going to award everyone an additional hero point on top of the hero point you get for leveling up. So everyone, were you at 0? You should now be at least 2, perhaps 3.
Nice.
That was awesome, awesomely done. And yeah, just want to compliment everyone for some great role playing, a very fun encounter with the gibbering mouther. I was nervous
Yeah, that
there
was not good.
when it bit all you guys in the fight, and then when Rikus summoned Mafi, I was like, all right, they'll probably be okay now. But oh man, I wanted to say something like in the beginning. I was like, don't forget you can summon the smoky lady, but I didn't want to ruin it. I didn't want to ruin the immersion. I waited to ruin the immersion when you asked me the name of the Dragon Slayers.
Yeah.
So I was like, pinnacle moments, and I dropped the ball. But you all did fantastic, so thank you again. Is everyone good for next Monday? Next Monday for session 9, which will be delving into the Tomb of Tula. You've learned a little bit of information about her as well, so definitely this town definitely has some secrets. Definitely has some secrets. But with that being said, as I always say at the end of every session, any final thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns before we wrap up today's session?
Yeah, you can just go ahead and we know there's a bunch of stuff there, right? We can just we just go ahead and name the episode, the Tomb of Tula, or the gang goes shopping.
The gang goes tomb raiding. There it is. Yeah, Dragon's Demand, Chapter 3, tomb raiding, as it were. There you are. That's beautiful. Well, hey, as I always say as well, thank you to the players for playing. Thank you to the viewers for viewing. We actually had up to 16 viewers at one point today. We're sitting at about 14
Hey.
right
Wow.
now. I do want to thank everyone for sticking around with
Yeah,
us.
thanks,
We've
guys.
been having an absolute
Wow.
riot playing, and we hope you're enjoying viewing as well. You can also catch the VOD afterwards. I'll have that uploaded to YouTube a little bit later this evening. But until next time, thank you again for watching. Thank you again for playing. Happy gaming, everybody. We'll catch you next week for Session 9 of Dragon's Demand. Cheers till next time.